Greetings from all of us here at Grace Evangelistic Ministries. We want to bring you a word of encouragement in a time such as this. We all need a word of encouragement. You need a word of encouragement constantly. And I do. And that's why the Lord exhorts us to encourage one another. And that's what we do here at Grace Evangelistic Ministries. We want to bring you a word to encourage your heart in this journey that we have embarked on. And we know that the journey is His journey, and we're just in for a ride. Always remember that God has a plan, and He has a plan for your life. He doesn't just leave you here to fend for yourself. He's a God that knows what He's doing, and He doesn't owe us any explanation to what He does. But what we can know, or what I want you to know, is that what God is doing is perfect. It couldn't be anything but perfect. His work is perfect because His character is perfect. He's a holy God who knows exactly how to get His job done and to bring maximum result, the best result that will glorify Him. Always remember that you are here for the praise of His glory. I'm here for the praise of His glory. That's why He left us here behind. Just to remember that God knows what works best. You and I don't. We don't know. We may think we do. We don't. God knows exactly what works best to bring about His perfect result in a manner that will glorify Him. So sit up, buckle up, and let Him do the flying. Remember who is in the cockpit? God. He has never had any crash. He has a perfect record. He will land you safely. He's on a high altitude. And there may be turbulence here and there. You don't panic because that plane is not going down. I don't care the turbulence. I don't care the storm. The plane is not going down until He lands safely. That's Him. Now I want to take you to the first book of Samuel. And you know Samuel, don't you? The hope of Israel, the first person that came to sin and say, "Thus said the Lord." And Samuel wasn't just any person. Samuel was special. It was a gift from God. We are all gifts from God, of course, but this one was a special gift from God. This was out of a hopeless situation. You may have a hopeless situation. You may have a state you may consider hopeless. And I want you to know from this book that there is no, as far as God is concerned, there is nothing like hopelessness. There is always hope with God. And often God allows you to come to a point whereby you will recognize that with Him, nothing is impossible. He allows you to come to a point whereby when He does something, you will know, you'll be convinced that only God could have done this. And that's what gives Him praise. That's what gives Him glory. Remember, the whole purpose is for His glory. And He knows what gives Him glory to the maximum. Could you imagine when Jesus was Lazarus was sick? Had Jesus Christ gone and healed him when he was sick? The glory He received when He raised him from the dead would not be a match. We wouldn't be using it today in our preaching that Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead to demonstrate that He is the life, as He said He is. And so here Hannah was barren in first chapter of Samuel, and her companion Peniel was with children, the other wife of her husband. And she kept making mockery of her every time. And could you imagine Hannah every time in bitterness? Prayed and prayed and prayed and nothing happened. Prayed and prayed and prayed bitterly. And she prayed and vowed to give the son that God would give her back to God for God's work. And in 1 Samuel chapter 1:19, I love that place. And God remembered Hannah. God remembered Hannah. I don't think that God forgot you, no. He's a God of a perfect timing. He knows what he's doing in your life. Just because he has not done or answered your prayer the way you wanted him to answer doesn't mean he has forgotten you. You're on his timetable. Remember that. As you walk through the life, know that God has a plan for your life. When that time comes, he will remember you and he will execute. You will see his plan come to fruition. Don't be discouraged. Until next time, may God richly bless you, my beloved.